Canada's National Food Bank Network has published a poverty report card. The situation across the country isn't looking good as a whole, and particularly here in Ontario, which was given one of the lowest scores across the country. But local anti-poverty advocates say things are especially dire here in Thunder Bay. Lee Noonan has the details.
Food Banks Canada has published a national poverty report card, and Ontario is getting poor marks with a grade of D-. The province is failing when it comes to housing expenses, access to health care, the general standard of living, and legislative processes. Local advocates say it's being felt acutely here in our city.
We really haven't seen a lot of movement in that area to support the food insecure individuals or housing or any ODSP reforms. It just hasn't been happening. So when I see a D-, I go, yeah, that's about right.
When we look at the statistics, of Ontario compared to Thunder Bay, of course, I think the statistics in Thunder Bay are showing that it's much more grave.
The report highlights the large population of working class people struggling with poverty, something both Crom and Crisowati agree is a real issue here.
It's not just the unemployed or the homeless, it's also the people who are trying to hold down one or two jobs just to make ends meet. It's really getting difficult because they all say the same thing. Their food budgets have doubled, so they be able to pay their rent and their mortgages. They are struggling.
Right now, the living wage is $19.70 an hour. In the northern part of Ontario, including Thunder Bay. And we know that if people make at least that much money, they are able to meet most of the social determinants of health.
They believe the government needs to support a living wage and offer more social assistance.
Those incomes are so low. Some people earning less than $1,000 per month. And if we can just imagine that, it really is creating poverty.
Crom says that as the needs are increasing, the supply of food is plummeting drastically with the end of pandemic-related government food programs.
The money dried up and the food dried up. There was such a change, and it was almost frustration and hopelessness that people felt, well, where's the food? And I said, it's not there anymore.
And the RFDA isn't immune to rising costs. Crom estimates that just his operational budget has increased by about 85% since last year. He acknowledges he's going to have to sharpen his pencil to keep the doors open. Lee Noonan, TBT News.